But then I'm beginning to see that it appears that Gog and Magog is America. If you're someone that knows eschatology, in fact, you will see from the comments, I can tell people who disagree with that. You can even check which country is Magog. You can see. Let's have a look together. Which country
is Magog? The name Magog doesn't refer to a specific country in the real world.
Look at it.
Communist Russia and China.
Yes, so that's what we know from those that are studying eschatology. Eschatology is the study of end time prophecies and all that. So they will tell you that Magog is Russia and China. But then in about a year ago, during this study and all, I was just studying the Chinese, China generally, and I was studying the Chinese language, and I discovered that the Chinese word for America is Magog, which suggests very strongly that America has to be the Magog. So America is here telling everybody that Russia is the Magog, and then in the Chinese language from the East, they say America is Magog. By the way, Magog is just the Chinese word. It's not theological anything. That's just the word for America. So, and then when TikTok blew up, when TikTok was going to be cancelled some months ago, right? Like 6 months ago, when Americans began to see the real life of the Chinese, and the Chinese were saying, I don't know if you are aware of that time, maybe you're not so active on TikTok. So Americans, of course, always proud, thinking they're on top of the world. And they think that China is somewhere where there's communist party and people are on forced labor and people are suffering. But then they discovered that people are actually having a lot of fun in China and things are a lot cheaper. Life is a lot easier and you don't pay for a lot of things like healthcare, and public spaces are actually public and they're free. But here you have to pay in the Western world generally. Most times you have to pay to use the park, pay to use things like that. So, and that's part of why they wanted to ban TikTok then, because it was exposing the lies. So there's so many things in the world like that it's just switched upside down and left, right.
I just want to ask you, what is supposed to happen during Gog and Magog? So you said we're in the short season and what we're looking for next is Gog and Magog, then the white throne judgment, then new heaven and new earth.
Yes.
So what's meant to happen next? If we're not looking for rapture, what's happening next?
It's going to be a war. We can just read it from scripture straight away. So it's not. And it shall go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. So that's the next thing. So the number of whom is as the sand of the seashore, as the sea.